Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we have another one of these cross-play off lobbies. So you guys know what time it is. It's time to play the game of who has cross-play turned off. Now, we're not here to name and shame, but it is one of those things that I like to do when we get into these lobbies. You guys know that. Whether we're live or not, it's kind of funny to look around and just kind of guess who has it turned off. Now, I want you to direct your attention, please, to the Alaska on my left here. Do we need to say any more? Not only did they immediately activate their sonar when there is only one ship in this entire lobby that has torpedoes and it's a Schlieffen, but they're also using a catapult fighter on an Alaska, which means they don't even have radar. And they launched the catapult fighter 15 seconds into the match. So yeah, needless to say, I'm gonna go with this Alaska probably has crossplay turned off. So, yeah, I'm not going to count on said Alaska to be useful. And you can see me shaking my head right there. Like, that just shows everything you need to know, like, in the moment. It's just, you look at it, you see it, you have a hard time believing it, and you just shake your head in disbelief that I give the team a good game. Am I toxic? Is that what that is? Is that toxic? Don't worry, folks. I'm going to make up for it. I promise. This match is going to be stupid. And stupid in, like, the craziest ways possible. But it's also going to showcase some very, very good things that I think everybody can learn from. It's some very up-close and personal situations that the Yamato does not excel in. I think we can all agree. Yamato, up-close and personal, not the best place for it, right? Like, most ships can absolutely bully a Yamato up-close and personal. But that being said, the enemy Alaska is also a candidate for having crossplay turned off as we reach over the island, take half its hit points using our catapult fighter to help give us an extra 20% bonus due to having Arthas as an inspiration. Now you can see I really want this Stalingrad. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, okay, he's gonna be coming around the island just like the Alaska. Nobody even knows that I exist yet, right? Terrible RNG, but this Stalingrad, to his credit, actually turns in and gets angled just in time to take a huge hit, but not get depth struck. So well done by that Stalingrad, and he's going to show that he actually knows what he's doing later on. But you can see I really wanted to go through his cheek. I don't really have the shot, so we're going to just focus down this Alaska, get rid of this little turret, right? Our Alaska's in trouble. I look over after I think I shoot this Alaska here. And I think it's about this time that I look back and see how much health my Alaska has compared to their Alaska. Given the fact that they're flat broadside to both an Alaska and a Stalingrad, I don't think they're doing so hot. And sure enough, I'm like, well, shocker. They're the first one dead. I would have never have guessed such a thing. Who would have thunk it? But we're going to go ahead and make sure that their Alaska is the second one dead. So we wait for them to make their move. As soon as they commit to their turn, we take the shot over the bow. He turns right into it. Beautiful. Down he goes. Now watch what happens next. I'm right next to the cap, right? The enemy Stalingrad is in the cap. I can't afford to give up a cap this early in the game and give the enemy a points advantage, right? In a game like this, you really have to force the enemy to come to you. And the only way to do that is to make sure you have an advantage. So, by sneaking up here, getting into the cap, I'm going to force an engagement. Now, I want to go around and commit on this Yamato, but I had a sneaking suspicion that this Stalingrad would then take advantage of that and come around and neuter me in the process. Make no mistakes, Alaska, Stalingrad are devastating to a Yamato at these ranges. Devastating. Speaking of devastating, our second Alaska goes down to the enemy Schroeder on the other side of the map. Now here, I try to get a cheeky shot over the island. We do end up hitting one shell. Probably would have done better to just hold that one. But I am over-angled. And this Stalingrad not only knows that I'm over-angled, but he knows where to aim. Now that first shot, he got some terrible RNG. But that's about the end of his terrible RNG for the rest of his existence. Because this man is about to get railguns every single salvo, every like 17 seconds, and I'm about to get the worst RNG you have ever seen. Look at this man. straight through the bow side plating. You can see I'm trying to get angle, but I've kind of pancaked myself up against the island, so there's only so much angling I can do, and the Stalingrad and Alaska both have ridiculous pin angles for what they are. So he's not going to have any trouble going through the cheek over and over again as he just punishes me. Now here I aim up a little higher thinking, okay, I need to aim higher, and then all of my shells hit his belt armor. Stalingrad has very good belt armor, and that's why he's over-angling, he's getting me to shoot, and then he's closing that angle, right? I overmatch him. He knows this, but he also knows that he can absolutely shred me. So here, I'm like, okay, well, at this range, if he opens the angle one more time, we're going to kill him, right? But he closes the angle one more time, and I can't afford to waste this shot, so I have to aim and wait. And then I actually get screwed here, and then he screws the pooch by firing too early, which gives me a chance. Now, I am on the clock, right? Like, I know I'm dead if I screw this up. So fortunately, this is the one where RNG helps us out. But I don't know if you noticed or not, his secondary set 4 fires on me in the span of like 30 seconds. 4 fires! He put 2 fires on me, I put it out, he put another 2 fires on me before I could depth strike him. Is that not ridiculous? Come on now. Don't worry. The Stalingrad needs HE, right guys? You clearly saw him just bully the shit out of a Yamato with his armor piercing, but clearly he needs HE, right? Right. So Schroeder, fortunately, very low health. We're going to play cleanup here. We're going to get rid of him. But it is me versus everybody that was left, right? We've killed, out of everybody in the lobby, we've already killed 3 of them, and there's still somebody left. I have no idea how many hit points he has, but notice he just sonar us. Now, he's not in the B cap, which means we know he's within 6 kilometers of us because we are detected by his sonar, right? These are the keys that players have to start to recognize, right? This is where I'm like, okay, he's behind me, right? Clearly. He is not going through the Bravo cap right now because we'd see it being changed. So rather than sitting here and waiting to fight the Schlieffen on his terms, I'm going to move out of this cap. Now you can go, well, Spartan, why'd you get out of the cap? Because he's about to YOLO me around the corner and I'm in a bad position. Right, I would much rather be able to get into a more defensible position and get that big hit on him as he comes around the corner, right? So this is the part where we're using his intelligence against him, right? He knows where I'm at because he has sonar. He knows exactly what I'm doing. I have no idea where he's at, even though I have a pretty good suspicion of where he's at. And as soon as I get into the Bravo cap here, my suspicions are going to be confirmed. Because as I start capturing Bravo, he starts capturing Alpha. So now we know exactly where he's at, right? Pretty straightforward. So now it's just a matter of time before the little turd comes around the corner, full broadside, because let's be honest, nobody understands how to pie corners in this game. Everybody just sails completely flat broadside around an island. So that is my opportunity. Now, I use my Arthas here to get a guarantee to spot this guy over the island. As soon as my plane goes over the island, I will spot him. Unfortunately, my plane had other ideas and it's like, oh, you want to spot over here, right? Screw spotting the side that the enemy's on. We're going to go away from it. But as soon as it circles back, we do see the Schlieffen momentarily before the plane gets shot down. So we are 10 seconds away from getting this cap. We're still sonared, and we know he's right here on the edge of coming around the corner. So fortunately, we are going to get this base capped. We're going to go ahead and hit the shot as he comes around the corner, and we absolutely clapped him, but he gets his base cap just in time as well. So that kind of limits us to what we're capable of doing. And once again, we are just getting screwed. We got a huge hit on him as he initially come around the corner, but we are getting screwed on every shot for the next couple of shots here. I'm not going to lie. This is getting very, very tense here. This guy is doing everything in his power to throw the game, and RNG is doing everything in its power to screw me over. So we go ahead. We're trying to aim high here. Just get as many pins as possible. And the game is like, nope, you shattered 2 shells. You shattered 2 shells. Sorry. And so I'm like, oh my god, am I going to die to this guy at this point? Fortunately, he whiffs his torpedoes so badly. And then I'm like, screw it. I'm aiming real high now. And watch where I aim this next shot. I'm like, okay, all the way up, upper side plating, and superstructure, and we citadel him by shooting the superstructure. If you can explain it, please, by all means. But I don't understand how that was a citadel. Those went way too high. But yeah, we end up clutching it out, getting 4 out of the 5 enemies killed. The only person on my team that was useful at all was the friendly Schlieffen. So well done to him. Well done to the Stalingrad on the enemy team. And unfortunately to the enemy team for that Schlieffen at the end just throwing hard. But I did everything I could. 3,500 base XP, 2,600 base for our Schlieffen. This was a 2v5. Make no mistake about it. So let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed, and if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.